Alright, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, Noah's in the gospel abroad, living up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, wherever they may be. This may piss a lot of you women off, and I believe this has pissed a lot of women off throughout the nation because it's this radio program came on earlier this morning, and I actually caught a glimpse of it while I was at work. And basically, Fantasia wanted to the role of a woman and how submissive that they are supposed to be. Now, she kind of went off a little bit, but she understands the gist of what it means to be submissive and the role of being women, which that role has been totally deprived of our women for generations. It's a generational curse. And you had one woman that kind of interrupted her and basically stated and tried to push that gender equality or we all made equal type thing. Because you got to understand that the Israelite woman and the woman in general in this society or in this setup, their main desire is to be over their men and to be on the same, if not higher part than the men, because it makes them feel superior. It makes them feel that they've accomplished something to have one up over their men. Because most women in a society look at the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man as being their enemy, and they have utter disgust and disdain for us, for the most part, due to the curses and due to what Esau has set up for our people. So I'm going to play this video and go into a couple of precepts on pretty much that she's on point, and that the role of women, you're supposed to be in order under the Israelite man. Even an Edomite woman is supposed to submit to the Edomite men. That's just how the Lord set it up. Alright, so without further delay, I'm going to play.
You can't be the king in the house. Because we need more of that. You know what I mean? We need more men to stand up and lead the way. Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king in the house. Fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way. So I salute you for that.
What does that mean? You can't be a leader. Because a lot of women look at that like, no, I can lead in my household. I can do this in my household. What does that mean?
That's not how it's supposed to be.
Right, and she's right. And she's going to say, and I'm going to play it, but just to piggyback on that, you women can't really lead the house because just because you paying bills and you got a nice job, a nice car, and your kid may be financially stable does not mean that you're running your house the right way. Because in order to run your house the right way, you have to be upholding the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and you need a man of the Lord to guide you. Now, if you don't have a man of the Lord, you can try your best to follow the scriptures and stuff like that, but women, you don't have that kind of focus. You were not given that. But most women that deal with the men of the Lord, and they may be widowed, they follow in the footsteps of the man as far as his order, as far as honoring that man, not remarrying, and trying their best to uphold the law, statutes, and commandments, and choosing to remain untouched. Though when a man dies, she's freed from the law of her husband, but a lot of times some women choose not to remarry, which is okay because they have they know through the spirit that that's something they don't want to do. Okay, but nonetheless, it's because you run your household a certain way and your kids got new school clothes and supplies and wearing the first pairs of J's. That's not leading the house, man. That's called material folly or materialistic folly, okay? And you got to learn how to distinguish between the two. Once again, just because your bills are paid on time and you drive your kid to school every morning and put them in after school programs does not mean that you're running your house the right way. Especially if a man was set up in your life, or you had men that was set up in your life and you ran them off. Right there shows you that you have no type of judgment skills, okay? And it's not always the women that's causing the riffraff in relationships. 90% of the times it is. But a lot of times you got men out here too, man, that just not right. Like a lot of these women, they gravitate to these grimy jakes out here, man. And then they end up with a kid. Then they end up, being miserable and they making stupid decisions. And before you know it, it becomes a repeated trend. So the cycle has to break somewhere, okay? So us as men of the Lord's will be of his elect, we have to set that standard, whether they choose to follow us or not. Don't matter. The standard is going to be set. The precedent is going to be set. and it will be played out eventually. So we have to set these orders and these standards up so people can follow them and abide by them. And if they don't go by them, then hey, they're gonna be missile food. It's just that simple. So, but Salakia.
And that's why we bump heads, and I feel like it's a generational for that.
What does that mean? You can't be a lady. Because a lot of women look at that like, no, I can lead in my household. I can do this in my household. What does that mean?
That's not how it's supposed to be, and that's why we bump heads. And I feel like it's a generational thing. And we can go real deep on that. I don't need to start that, but it's a generational curse and how society have placed our men. And women have to stand up and be the mother and the father and the provider. And so then now you are so bad, so you can't be told nothing, that when the right man come, you lose him because you're trying to be the man.
And that's that pride, man. That's that pride our women have been given. They've been given that liberty, which was a pure detriment to their livelihood, to their mental conditioning. You women out here that's so-called independent, that's a bad thing. Because you're only independent in a form of protection. Meaning you have laws, you have things set up to protect you. You have programs in place to keep you afloat. You will look favorably upon because you are considered the weaker vessel. People are going to pull that car over on the side of the road and help you change a tire and give you opportunity because of how you look and what's between your legs and how big your breasts are before they pull over and give a man a help in anything. See, and another thing is, like I was at work today, which proves the pure hypocrisy of you women. Basically, man, this one chick that worked with me, man, she may be a Jake or Edomite. I'm gravitating more towards her. I don't know. I really don't care. I don't care for the bitch, honestly. You know, the Lord took her out tonight. I mean, I will praise the Lord, but I don't let it get to me. But it's just the fact I peep things through the spirit. She was talking all this crap about, you know, how she this and working this and this and that, but she popped a tire today on one of the big old trucks. Now she's like, well, I drugged the tire and did this and that, you know, but now I need manpower to help me lift it up. Well, of course you need manpower to help you lift it up, which proves that you're not equal with a man. All right. And a lot of you will take the stress upon yourself to go above your physical expectations in order to prove that you can do something that we can do when you ain't doing nothing but looking foolish, man. Because real men ain't trying to be women. So why the hell, if you call yourself a real woman, why the hell are you trying to be a man? Especially when you got men like us in the world that think the way we think and that knows how to get things done. All right? It's trial by error with us. No, we're not perfect. Yes, we're learning, but you just need to sit back and just know your place. All right? And I'm talking to you sisters out there too, because a lot of you sisters that hop on a comment board of my videos and other brothers' videos, like I see a lot of it, and it actually vexes my spirit. A lot of you just need to shut up, man, because a lot of you it's just lip service. Because for one thing, the first thing of being a woman of the Lord is shutting your goddamn mouth, not being heard or seen. So by you commenting on videos, you're already off. Nobody cares about your opinion. We understand that you get hot in the spirit, you may be excited. We don't care about what you have to say. Why do you have to say something? We don't need to know you there. And it'd be a bunch of women commenting. Do you know that the scriptures say women keep silent in the churches? Do you not understand that the comment boards and the videos and the YouTube is considered a modern day sanctuary of the Most High? It's the church. We're calling out through the YouTube. Why are you commenting on brother's page? Look at me, look at me, look at me. If you that gung-ho for a brother to get your attention, send a man a message in his inbox or something if you want to know, or if you like the dude or whatever. Do that. Stay off the comment boards. Don't be on the comment boards, because a lot of you Israelite women, you do that and you do not listen. But you call yourself you call yourself women that's following us. You don't really follow us because for what? Why are you study commenting? A lot of you are full of crap. A lot of you watch our videos, but yet you got men at home. And then on top of that, you don't want men. You want to try to do this thing by yourself. You want to try to get in the kingdom without even trying to seek a husband. It shows you how backwards it is. So you women out there that's in the truth, you really need to repent and you need to stop doing what you're doing, okay? Stop commenting. If you got something to say to a brother, send him a message or something. Get in contact with him. Stop commenting on the comment boards, all right? And it's for you sisters out there. And if you don't like what I'm saying, then unsubscribe. And if you do that, it's because you ain't right anyway. And we don't need you. All right? Because this thing is not about picking up women or getting women to gravitate us because we're good speakers or I make say this way. If you watching my videos because of that, then you in the wrong spirit. Okay? So let me bring out this precept real quick. This is the book of 1 Corinthians 11. And I'm going to start at verses 1. Be ye followers of me, even I am of the anointed. But now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinance as I delivered them to you. But I will have you to know that the head of every man is Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushai is the Most High Yahweh. Okay? So that's the order right there, man. The Lord created Adam before he created Eve. And if you go into the etymology of help me, it means a servant. Then the scripture say, he who getteth a wife begetteth a possession, a helpmeet unto himself. If you possess something, mean you own it and you're Lord over it. And you women are going to have a hard time getting right unless you get that through your anatomy first, man. Because in Jacob's trouble, you ain't going to come around us with that, oh, well, I want to do it this way type spirit. We got to agree to disagree. You ain't going to be doing that because you're going to be left out there to fend for yourself. And we're going to see how quick you're going to come back and you're going to be totally rejected. So now is the time to start practicing this and learning. You women out here that know the truth, disassociate yourself from these women in the world. Stop looking at that stuff, man. Because you're exemplifying that contradictory spirit and you're bringing it into the truth. That's a no-no with your how about Shemi Hawashai. And it's very offensive and it will get you destroyed. So take heed.
Man, can we be equal? Oh, of course. Well, see, at the end of the day, I'm the neck, my man's the head.
No.
So
See, she just went off. You're not the neck. Okay? Because the neck is, I'm not even going to say it's part of the head, but you're the tail. We're the head. Okay? You play father the leader, and we're not even degrading you. That's just the position you were given. You women have specific roles you have to play, just like we have specific roles we got to play. Yahushai, we submit to him. You don't see us complaining or bitching about it. Oh, well, I got to follow you. I got to do. Now, you got some guys that do buck up again. Well, why we got to do 3 shows a week? Why we got to go out to the streets? You got niggas like that, and you see that them niggas don't last long. They out of there. They back in the streets doing whatever the hell it is they do. Snatching chains of purses, drug dealing, rapping, being faggots, whatever the hell these niggas did, they back there doing it. The Lord ain't got time for an unsubmissive nigga. And we ain't got time for no unsubmissive women. Okay? So going down here, verses 7, it says, for a man ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of the Most High. So we're the glory of the Most High. So if somebody's the glory of God, you're supposed to respect that sentiment. But the woman is the glory of the man. We're the Lord's glory. You're our glory. The way we look at you is the way the Most High look at us. And he was so pissed with us, he took it out on us by putting you out of order, man. So now we basically eating crow. But nonetheless, man, you're our glory. You women, that's why men tend to fall in love with their women before she falls in love with him. Because that's in our nature. We're nurturers, man. Like I tell anybody, a woman can't love you. She just loves the perception of you and how you make her feel at that moment. But those emotions can go out the window with them. Look, tell you like this, man. You want to prove that if you want to see how quick your woman can flip, do this, right? And she claims she loves you and do everything for you. Treat her good, you know. Do what you got to do. Make her feel special. And then let her see you with another woman or texting another woman. That love is going to turn to hate real quick. Just test it, you know. And I mean, you don't have to, but I guarantee you, she will not accept that. And you would be on her shit list. And she would do everything to degrade you, man. Even bop up on you. It happens. But nonetheless, it says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. And neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Okay, so basically everything Fantasia is saying is on point. except a few exceptions here, a few exceptions here. But other than that, man, you women are under the men. That's just the role you were given. And our women of old knew that. And you women in your spirit, you know that. Because, hey, which one of you women can beat a real man in a fist fight? You got to call Esau. You ain't going to bout up to it. So how in the hell are we created equal? Our bone density is more to you. Our brain, we have more brain juice than you. We're built different. Our mind is more durable than you. And I'm not saying it to crap on you, but it's just how it is. If a person is given a bigger arsenal than you, that means that you have to take a back seat to that. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? That dude was once the world's top bodybuilder. Dude, I could never be that big in my life. So when it comes to bodybuilding or whatever, I had to take a back seat to him because he knows things and he can do things that I cannot. It's just that simple. When you got two leaders or two head train conductors, you're bound to crash. Somebody got to take the low. All right?
Moves without his wife. You know what I mean? It all works together. Because we need more of that. You know what I mean? We need more men to stand up and lead the way. Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king in the house. Fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way. So I salute you for that.
What does that mean? You can't be a leader. Because a lot of women look at that like, no, I can lead in my household. I can do this in my household. What does that mean?
That's not how it's supposed to be. And that's why we bump heads and I fit the house. You got to let the man be the head of the house. But it's a generational thing and it's what we've been taught. Stand up, be strong, be the, you know what I mean? And a dude come and everything about you is like a man.
Sometimes we have no choice, though.
See, look at this
That's what I was
bitch.
saying.
Right.
Sometimes we have no choice, though. You got a choice. You just don't want to let go of the power that the serpent give you, man. That's all that is. And that goes back into the scriptures, too. Just go back to the book of Genesis, the 3rd chapter. And verses 1, it says, Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord, which Yahweh powers made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have the power said, Ye shall not eat of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the powers have said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. So she was curious about it anyway, because, the rebellious nature, like of a child. You tell a child, don't touch it, they want to know why. So sometimes you got to let a motherfucker get burnt so they can know not to do it again. And basically, we are getting burnt right now. We're basically putting our hand to the fire and got burnt because we didn't believe what was told to us before we touched the fire. So now we're dealing with this. And we're falling victim because the fucking woman, she went off. As usual. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. For the power doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes should be open, and ye should know as powers knowing good and evil. All right, meaning that they was with sin now. Because at first they was without sin. That's when they became naked. I believe, what was it? When they were naked, that's when they were with sin. All right. But it says, and when a woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and to the tree and desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So she was basically nagging them down. These women see these celebrities, they see the men with the money, like going through the time of the baby boomers. And before then, when women wasn't really allowed to work, they saw that the men had the power during the industrial age, and men taking care of the families. Women wanted that type of power, and it was really an Edomite woman that came up with the whole thing of woman's lib. But she drugged the black woman in as a particular blow to dissemble or to disassemble the black race or the Israelite race, and it's worked, And we're suffering from that to this day, and this is why women have that whatever you do, I can do better attitude. It's basically the battle of the sexes, She want to show you up in everything. Oh man, this man can go and build skyscrapers. I want to build airplanes. It's just a bunch of nonsense, man. When women really should love their role, because it's statistically proven that stay-at-home moms and wives are less stressed because they don't have to deal with the vendettas of the workplace, Let me go to another precept real quick. This is the book of Jeremiah. I think it's Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken. When it said the Lord had created a new thing in the earth, that a woman should compass a man. That's a new thing. I think it's Isaiah 31 and 20. No, I'm going off. No. Slocky, bear with me, bros. I always get that mixed up between Jeremiah and Isaiah. 31 and 22. Yep. Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord have created a new thing in the earth, and a woman should compass a man. That's women's live. That's a new thing. Okay, that was never heard of. And this is a future prophecy, which is being played out on the planet Earth today. So, let's go.
Thing, and that's what society has. They do that on purpose. The thing about you is like a man.
Sometimes we have no choice, though.
But that's what I was saying. It's a generational thing, and that's what society has. They do that on purpose.
So you think women have to fall back a little for their man? Is that what you think?
You have to learn how to submit. You can still be a queen. Queen plays a part. The king needs his queen. There's certain things that he can't see that we see.
Some people would say the queen is the most valuable piece on the board.
Come on, anybody play chess?
You hear this bitch? You see what I'm saying? She's steady trying to push that pride shit, man. Well, they say the queen is the best thing on the board. No, that's not true, man, because the whole job of the queen is to protect the king. The king is the most valuable piece, man. When you checkmate the king, the game is over with. Everybody knows that in chess. When you checkmate that king, he ain't going nowhere. The game is shut down. You can still checkmate the queen and you can still play the game. So that's off. Anybody that knows how to play chess would know that. Anybody that plays chess would know that. Look up the rules of the game of chess. When you trap that king, the game is over with. While the queen is on the board, meaning she didn't do her job. You can get rid of that queen and you can still win the game of chess. Maybe a little harder, but you can still win if you're a skilled player. So don't use that. You see how she's double-minded? She's saying this and that. She's basically submitting to a degree. No. It don't work that way. Okay? Because without the head, the body is dead. Like if you kill a snake, you cut off the head. You cut off the head of a snake, the body can't live. The man is the head of the body. Period. And this is why our situations are all twisted. Because you got the other woman in the background. Well, you know what it is. Look, she's going to be destroyed in Jacob's trouble. I'm going to see her have that attitude. She's going to be looking for men to run to. And ain't no man out here going to be able to save her. Because these men out here, they're going to be pretty much running around like women. You know.
Yeah. Okay. My husband teaching me how to play chess. You know what I mean? We work together, but the queen has to sit back and allow her king to be the king.
And what about in a situation where a woman makes more money in a relationship?
Oh,
that's hard.
Yeah.
Because that's when jealousy starts coming in. That's when, you know what I mean? And that goes back to communicating in prayer. Because the house, you got to let the man be the head of the house. Because if a woman, you know, if you're solid, you know who you are, you know what you bring to the table. A lot of times, money breaks up relationships. Money is the root of all evil. It is. So everybody's thinking about the wrong things instead of falling back and sitting and saying, "Let's play chess together. I got you. You got me. Let's go."
Money is not.
A lot of times, especially with.
And this nigga is looking for a reason to put a chick on a pedestal. And money is not the root of all evil. For the love of money is the root of all evil, because the things you will go through to get it. So don't misquote the scripture. The love of money is the root of all evil, because like I said, it's certain things you will do in order to go and get it. You will covet, you will kill, you will do whatever it takes to get the US dollar, man. And that's off. All right, so this is the book of Proverbs, 31st chapter. And I'm going to start at verses, let's start at verses 10. All right, it says here, who can find a virtuous woman? All right, we understand what virtuous means. A virtuous woman means a woman that is submit to her man, somebody that's in complete subjection and order under the guidesmanship of her husband. Okay, it says here, for our price is far above rubies. And in this society, you may get a woman that may submit to a degree, but she's only submitting to her comfortability. A woman's supposed to submit 110%, man, just like we're supposed to submit our lives to the Lord. So why are they exempt from submission? They shouldn't be. Okay? And it says, in the heart of her husband doth safely trust in her. Meaning you ain't worried about her committing adultery. You ain't worried about her stealing, rip you out, trying to set you up. It says his heart safely trust in her, so that he should have no need of spoil. And she would do him good and not evil all the days of our life. Okay? And that's not like that on his side. Okay, our women, they set up against us and they do everything they can to tear us down. Really, we tear each other down. We tear our women down too. You know, men go out there, you know, and they do things to women that's not cause for. And a lot of times these women, they bring it on themselves, you know. But men, you know, you don't get a pass. We don't get a pass either. You know, we've done and said things to women before that was out of order, whatever they may think. But, you know, at times too, we say things through the spirit, and if it's on point, and it's no offense in that. You know, like I've called a woman a B before. I called a woman a A, and it was for a good reason. I didn't do it because I woke up pissed off at the world, and I did it because it was something I seen or it was something she did. All right, so it's a difference. You know, we just don't beat up on our women because we feel like it. No, man, they have to be put in order, and they're gonna get in order. All right, so this is Ephesians 5, and I'm gonna start at verses 21. It says, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of Yahweh. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. So the way you submit to Yahweh Shai, you submit to us. When you submit to us, you're submitting to Yahweh Shai. Okay? It says, for the husband is the head of the wife. And I already broke down the fact about the head. The head, without the head, the body can't live. Because that's where the signal goes to. The head is like the satellite. That's where the spirit is at. It says, and the head of the wife, even as the anointed is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Okay, so that means that you women need men of the Lord for the most part to be saved, unless you're widowed or virgins. And it says here, therefore, as the church is subjected unto the anointed, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. All right, so there you go right there. See, that cuts that 50-50, 60-50, 70-40. It cuts all that shit. 60-40, you know, 70-30. It cuts all that. Ain't no, well, you know, we got to see. No, man. If it's coming from the right spirit and there's no harm in it, then you got to do it. We don't care if you don't like it or not. It's times that I don't be in the spirit to put out shows, but I do it anyway because I know this is my job. You know what I'm saying? I'll be tired, but I'm still going, you know, through the spirit. You got to do the same thing. And it says, husbands, love your wives, even as the anointed also loved the church and gave himself for it. Okay, so there you go. We're supposed to love our wives, but we cannot love a woman that is not submissive to us. That's what it's saying. So a lot of times women are twist the scripture. See, but husband, you got to love your wives. No, in order for you to get the love of your husband, you have to be submissive. Just like in order for us to get the love of Yahweh Shai, we got to submit to the Lord's will. It's just what it is. That's how it's going to be, and that's how it's going to be forever. And in the kingdom, you're going to have it down packed. I got one more precept. It says, blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days should be double. Okay? Because there's no stress in that. You know, everything is in perfect harmony. And a virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. Not here. But anyway, with that, all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel of God, living up the standard of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. And with that, shalom and a